My name's Rachel Miller. I am the Red Squirrel Field Officer at Lancashire Wildlife Trust. I've been doing the job here now for 2.5 years, conserving the local red squirrel population.
My name is Mark Bennett. I'm a volunteer. I've lived in Formby for over 40 years, and one of the things I do in my spare time is help to conserve the red squirrels, because they're a wonderful asset in Formby, and the people of Formby love coming to see them, especially the children.
They are truly an iconic British species, aren't they, I
and
guess?
in fact, all our badges for schools and for scouts all contain the picture of a red squirrel. Most of them do. And if you come to Formby or Freshfield, when you arrive at the station, again you'll have a picture of a red squirrel there, because you have to go all the way up to Cumbria if you want to find any others.
It's true, it's very true. But we're lucky to still have them here, aren't we? Because 2008 we had the big pox outbreak, and the numbers plummeted to less than 20% of what they previously were. But through all our hard work, with all of our volunteers, we've managed to get the numbers back up.
Yes, I'm not sure of the exact details, but I know that most of them in this reserve, we're in the National Trust Nature Reserve here at the moment. I think they lost most of their red squirrels here, but behind the reserve we have the sort of urban area of Formby and Freshfield, and most of the people there, or a lot of the people there, will feed red squirrels with peanuts in shell, or peanuts in which they put in little boxes, and I'm pretty sure that it was the urban reserves of red squirrels that actually saved them in this area. That without those, they wouldn't have been able to recover, because when you had them all concentrated in the woods here, then the disease spread very rapidly. But I think they're in smaller pockets in the village.
Yeah. It's obviously important to mention there as well, though, that with people who are feeding squirrels regularly in their garden, to keep those feeders clean as well, because of the risk of transferring pox when you've got a number of squirrels in one place. And that's one of the things we really ask people to do who have red squirrels in their gardens. But it's not the only part of the project. Obviously, unfortunately, controlling grey squirrels is a huge part of what we do. They carry the pox virus that caused the massive impact on the population here a few years ago, and they also outcompete the red squirrels for resources and push them out of habitat where they once previously were. And we do a lot here with controlling the grey squirrels out in the woods, and obviously also in the urban areas.
Yeah, what happens there is, if Rachel or someone else gets a phone call to say that someone spotted a grey squirrel in their garden, they will send me the details. I'll then contact that person and have a chat with them. I wouldn't take a trap out immediately, because sometimes there's grey squirrels which have come in from the sort of eastern side of Formby, from across what we call the moss. Sometimes these chaps are on a mission, and so you never know where they're actually going to stop. They're looking for somewhere to sort of make a nice home, and somewhere where there's a food source. So it probably takes 2 or 3 phone calls before we've decided that yes, this chap is and they tend to be males, most of them, is going to stay in the area. And then I'll take out a trap for people, show them how to set the trap. We've made some modification designs to our traps as they go along, because at one stage it used to be all wire, so it was very difficult, because these traps don't discriminate, so quite a lot of reds get caught in the traps as well. So we had an end taken away, and we put a perspex end on these, which you can put in and put out very quickly, so that if a red is caught, you can release the red quickly, because they don't like it, and they tell you that pretty much so.
Yeah, you know, when you've got a chattering red squirrel out there.
And then once the house owner has caught the grey, they'll give me a call, and if I'm not around on that particular day, then I'll have given them a list of numbers. We wouldn't want them to be stuck with a grey in a trap. We wouldn't want the animal to be in the trap for longer than necessary, and then one of us will collect it within a few hours at most, and they're dispatched basically.
Yeah, it is illegal to release a grey squirrel, isn't it, under the Wildlife and Countryside Act? We do get people ask us, don't we, why can't you release it somewhere where there's no red squirrels? But it is illegal to release a grey squirrel once they've been trapped, because they are an invasive non-native species. But the work that we rely a lot on members of the public, don't we, to report their sightings to us and to help us with the grey control in the urban areas, and without their support we wouldn't be as successful as we are now.
And now the reason we're doing this is because the greys carry this pox virus, which they seem to be immune to, but they pass this on to the reds. And we've had one experience of it, as we said earlier, and we're just trying to stop that happening again and preserve our reds.
It only takes one grey squirrel carrying the virus to get into a population of reds, and once one red squirrel has caught that virus, it just spreads rapidly throughout the red squirrel population, and that's what we're working hard to prevent happening again.